Kimmel's got the perfect way to end Valentine's Day with the powerhouse couple Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton, plus comedian Fortune Feimster later tonight.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world, so much at stake at the start of every morning.
And that's why at Good Morning America,
we're right here, and we got you. We got you. We got you.
Now, live from the KAKE studios, this is KAKE News at 10.
Tonight, chaos in Kansas City.
Gunshots as the Chiefs' victory celebration was coming to an end. 1 dead, 22 hurt, half of those children.
We saw the blood. We literally saw the blood. We saw the blood to the right of the stage.
And tonight, a KAKE exclusive.
People were still yelling, he's got a gun, he has a gun. And I didn't know if if that was the one that he'd spilled. I didn't know any of that. So our focus was to keep him down.
The Wichita area couple who may have prevented the tragedy from being even worse. KAKE News at 10 starts right now. Well, this all went down outside Union Station, where hundreds of thousands of fans had gathered to cheer on their team.
Tonight, we know the identity of the woman who was killed. Kansas City radio station KKFI says one of its DJs, Lisa Lopez Galvin, died in the shooting. It says she leaves 2 children behind.
Well, the Kansas City Fire Department says 8 victims had immediate life-threatening injuries, 7 had life-threatening injuries, 6 had non-life-threatening. The Children's Mercy Hospital says that it's treating 11 children, including 9 gunshot victims. And the hospital says all are expected to recover. 3 people are in custody tonight as police continue their investigation into exactly why this happened. KAKE's Eli Higgins joins us in studio now with how the situation unfolded.
A terrifying scene in Kansas City. What was an electric celebration turned into the chaotic scene you can see some of the images of behind me. Just absolutely devastating out there today. And our crews were right in the middle of it. One of the biggest celebrations of the year quickly turned into terror as someone opened fire on the crowd. The rally in front of 1 million Chiefs fans was just wrapping up when thousands started running for their lives at Union Station in Kansas City.
To acknowledge that not only the victims who were actually hit by gunfire, but there are a lot more people who are going to be forever impacted by what happened here today.
Today was tragic for everyone who was part of it.
One of those people was KAKE's own Jocelyn Schifferdecker.
We were in the thick of it all. We were right there with the rest of the crowds, and we didn't hear anything because everyone was doing, the Chiefs chants. It was supposed to be a happy day. No one saw this coming.
Jocelyn says after realizing what was going on, she was with everyone else, focused on just one thing, getting to safety.
And then we start quickening our pace, walking a little bit faster, wanting to get out of there. And then we saw a police officer running, and he was telling everyone to run. Some people were falling to the ground.
During the chaos, she says it turned into an even scarier moment when a nearby family got separated and for just a moment had to question if they'd ever see their loved ones again.
They hit the ground, and then they actually got separated because a couple of their people and their family hit the ground, and some of them's immediate reaction was to run. So I saw them in Panera, and they were finally able to contact with each other. They hugged each other. They were just terrified.
And nearby was this woman and her daughter, who were terrified when they realized what was happening.
All of a sudden, people started crushing forward. Everybody started running. There was screaming. We didn't know what was happening, but this day and age, when people run, you run.
Kansas City Police Chief Stacy Graves says figuring out exactly what happened is going to take time, and investigators need your help.
What we are asking for is if anyone has any information, is a witness or has any kind of video that may provide us if there is anybody else that was involved in this.
And just to reiterate the importance of what you heard the chief say just now, KCPD posted just a few minutes ago asking for anyone who is in the area of the parade near that shooting to please contact them with any video or information you have. It could certainly lead to them finding whoever else may be responsible. In studio, Eli Higgins, KAKE News, on your side.
All right, thanks so much, Eli. A dramatic video captured the moment one of the suspected shooters was tackled to the ground.
And the couple who took down that man is from Mays. KAKE's Nick Nelson spoke exclusively with the couple this evening. He joins us live in the studio with their incredible story. Nick.
Yeah, David and Deb, Trey and Casey Filter live in Mays, and we're planning on spending the day celebrating the Chiefs' Super Bowl win. Tonight, they returned home from a horrible tragedy.
Don't remember that.
It happened so fast.
Trey and Casey Filter are taking a look at the video of their heroic action in Kansas City for the first time after returning home.
I just I didn't see him coming. I just saw a flash and it turned. I believe I chased him a little bit.
They and their two sons had the same plan as everyone else at the victory rally, celebrating the Super Bowl win of their favorite football team.
The boys were super happy. There was no school, and I was. We were hoping to get some points there, and we were very excited after the Chiefs win, of course. We're excited to get up there and enjoy the same experience we had last year.
However, the event turned tragic at the end of the rally when someone opened fire into the crowd. This video captures the moment Trey, along with another man, tackled a gunman to the ground.
He and I were looking at one another, like, hell yeah, like we got this guy. And so then people were still yelling, he's got a gun, he has a gun. And I didn't know if that was the one that he'd spilled. I didn't know any of that. So our focus was to keep him down and then, just kind of make sure he didn't go anywhere.
You can also see Casey picking up the gun.
I just saw it and just thought I needed to get it out of the way somewhere.
When we spoke to them, the Filters had just returned home from the parade and were still processing the fact that they were at the center of a national tragedy.
Even though we got that close to that problem, who knows where. We don't know where that happened, where we could have been standing. We're still processing all that, and it's just I could only imagine for the families, and it's just,
our heart goes out to them. I just can't even imagine.
And that video has gone viral on social media, and it's been shown on network news across the country. Now, Trey and Casey say they were able to safely get to their car after the incident. They say they're going to take tonight to take a breath and continue processing what happened. Nick Nelson, KAKE News on your side.
Just incredible. Thanks, Nick. Well, the Chiefs players and the entire franchise, of course, never imagined today would end up like this.
They, of course, were shaken, but they are safe tonight. KAKE's Sully Ingalls joins us now for their reaction. Sully?
Yeah, Deb, David, obviously a very scary day and one that was supposed to be a day of celebration, almost unimaginable the way it ended. Many of the Chiefs and even the NFL took to social media to tell Kansas City and all of Chiefs Kingdoms how much they care. Patrick Mahomes simply shared praying for Kansas City. Travis Kelce said within the last couple hours, I am heartbroken over the tragedy that took place today. Casey, you mean the world to me. The Chargers released this statement basically saying it may be a rivalry on the field, but we're all in this together. Today they stand with Chiefs Kingdom, and both the Chiefs and the NFL said they were saddened by the senseless violence and are thinking of the victims as well as thanking law enforcement for a quick response near Union Station today. So a very sobering moment for the franchise that just hoped to celebrate a third ring in 5 years, and now they're reaching out to victims' families to see how they can help them recover. From the studio, Sully Ingalls, KAKE News on your side.
Definitely a tough day. Thanks so much, Sully. And remember, stay with KAKE News for continuing coverage of the Kansas City shooting. You can watch updates on air and online. Well, turning to weather now, a warmer day across KAKE land, but those cooler temperatures are coming and bringing snow.
Big changes on the way. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Jay Prater with what we can expect over the next few days. Jay.
Winds weren't bad because it did help us achieve warmer temperatures. The high in Wichita topped out at 67 degrees. But you know what? Medicine Lodge at 72, that was the warm spot in all of KAKE land. So tomorrow is not going to be as warm, but it's also not going to be as breezy. The high is going to top out near 54, but look at that dip Friday and Saturday down into the mid-40s before temperatures start rebounding back into the 60s again. Now, what we are tracking is this system that's come on the west coast. You can see it bringing rain to the coast of California. You get up in the mountains, that changes over to snow, and as that makes its way towards KAKE land overnight tomorrow night and very early Friday, some parts, not everybody, will probably see a little snow.
All right, we'll get ready for that. Thanks, Jay. 1 week after Sedgwick County commissioners rejected the contract for this year's Dam Jam, those behind the music festival today asked them for a revote. Organizer C.J. Wilson told them how important the festival is to the local economy. She emphasized how many sponsors, vendors, and nonprofits benefit from the festival. The main concern from the board was public safety and how many sheriff's deputies could be needed if something happened. But Wilson says all the problems that there are concerns about can be fixed.
We'll find a safety plan that works for the county that we can provide ourselves, and then they wouldn't have to utilize those resources, keeping the county safe and keeping the lake and the dam jam safe at the same time.
The county commission will vote on whether to allow the dam jam to take place at a future meeting.
The American Red Cross is facing a critical blood shortage, and here at KAKE, we are helping to put together a blood drive right here at the station tomorrow by partnering with the American Red Cross. The public is invited to take part in the mobile drive tomorrow in the front parking lot of the KAKE studios. We're located just north of 13th and West. The event will run from 10 o'clock tomorrow morning until 4. There is no registration needed. You can stop by anytime.
I can tell you for a fact it is very simple, and you will very likely save a life by doing that. Well, you may have noticed things look a little different around here. We've just completed a major renovation here at KAKE News. Coming up, we show you the state-of-the-art weather center our meteorologist will now be using.
But first, a live look over downtown Wichita as the temperatures are dropping tonight. Jay Prater has details on a cooler forecast when we're back in just 90 seconds.
Every morning, viewers can tune in knowing they're going to get information they need to start their day. You can get the weather from your app, from a national channel, but they're not talking about the threats that really mean something to you always. Sure, there's chance of thunderstorms, but when are they? You need to know that information, and we break it down for you.
Wake up on the right foot with Shane Ewing, Annette Lawless, and meteorologist Frank Waugh. Start your day with GMK. Weekday mornings on KAKE.
Car wrecks don't just happen from 9 to 5. If you're in a wreck, we're available 24/7.
Don't wait until tomorrow to get the help you need now. In a wreck, need a check?
Patterson Legal is the way to go. Call 550-0000.
Start 2024 out the right way at Hatchet Buick GMC. Save up to $10,000 off a great selection of Sierras or drive a hot new Terrain for just $179 a month. Great deals and the customer service you deserve. Hatchet Buick GMC.
Folks, it's time for our famous wall-to-wall closeout here at the Furniture Store of Kansas in McPherson. Loads of furniture on sale.
Save up to 70%.
Save big on recliner.
Wall-to-wall closeout.
Our very best sofas, love seats, and chairs.
Wall-to-wall closeout.
Mennonite crafted dining sets.
Wall-to-wall closeout.
Save up to 70% in every department at the Furniture Store of Kansas.
Our famous wall-to-wall closeout. Don't miss it.
Now, your KAKE First Alert forecast with meteorologist Jay Prater.
Well, the sky is mostly clear outside. Here's the view from the Kansas Aviation Museum, where we've cooled out to 55 degrees. Notice the winds are still out of the southwest. That little cold front that's going to cool us down tomorrow hasn't quite come through town yet, but it's through Hutch. That's why the winds are out of the north at 12 miles per hour, and it's 51 degrees. We go up to Salina from the view of KSAL. It's 51. The winds are out of the north at 6 miles per hour, and it's mostly clear in Hayes, where it's 40 degrees, and the winds are out of the north at 16. Garden City, the view from atop the co-op, we're at 42. The winds are out of the north, gusting to 25 miles per hour, and even in Goodland, Renner Field, the winds gusting to 12 miles per hour out of the north, and it is 29 degrees. You can tell where the front is, that wind shift, again, in the process of coming through Wichita now. It's 54 in El Dorado. You get on the other side of the front down to 46 McPherson. It is 35 in Hill City, freezing in Oakley, and 29 in Colby. Winds are still gusting right behind the front. Look at this, gusting out of the north, northwest, 47 miles per hour in Russell, 37 in Concordia, and it's still going to be a tad breezy overnight tonight. Let's go back over the past 12 hours. Mostly some high thin cloud cover now just on the edge of KAKE land. Couple of showers popping up right on the edge of that front, but that's going to continue to move away. Our next weather maker is what's coming across California, and it's tomorrow night into the first half of the day of Friday that it's going to have an impact on us. So here comes that system rolling towards KAKE land. Tomorrow will be a mostly sunny day. Those winds are going to start shifting back out of the east and southeast in the afternoon, and then look what happens tomorrow night. Rain mixed with some snow, most of this while you're sleeping along and north of I-70. Wichita, Friday morning, there's a chance we could see some snow falling, and after lunch, it moves out pretty quickly, and I think we even get back a little bit of sunshine before the end of the day. The graph is thinking, okay, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of snow, but you notice that's the outlier on the models. So we're really thinking where the snow is going to fall, a trace to maybe an inch. Some places in north central Kansas, all right, maybe you pick up about 1.5 inches of snow, but that's going to be fairly brief. It's going to be in the grassy spots, and then things are going to start melting off because the temperatures will be warming. Now that's overnight tomorrow night into Friday morning. Tonight, it's still going to be breezy early. Tomorrow afternoon, the winds pick back up across far western Kansas. That's when we'll get those gusts in excess of 30 miles per hour. Things kind of settle down overnight Thursday night. But with the next surge of colder air rolling in on Friday, by Friday afternoon at lunch, there you go. Winds gusting as high as 40 miles per hour southwest Kansas. Winds will be gusting to 30 in Wichita. As far as the temperatures, all right, you know what? Tomorrow morning, 30s. Tomorrow afternoon, highs are only going to get into the 50s. And today was the 60s, and that was unseasonably mild and not bad for Valentine's Day. Brooklyn?
Yeah, Jay, a high today of 67. How does that compare to past years? Well, warmer than the last couple. Last year, 58, 60 back in 2022, 4 degrees. Remember the cold snap we had back in 2021, and then we tied back in 2019 at 67. Hopefully everyone got out and was able to enjoy it. Jay?
As far as tomorrow goes, we're going to have more sunshine, but it's not going to be as warm. Tonight, we do drop down to 34 in El Dorado. We'll call it mostly clear. Still an occasional gust of 30 miles per hour. But tomorrow, the winds become southeast, 8 to 15. More sunshine than cloud cover as we only warm to 54. Looking ahead, Friday morning, there's that chance of a little wintry mix that ends around lunch. 22 overnight Friday night. And then the sunshine comes back. The 60s come back starting on Monday, too. North central, the winds out of the north. You know what? Probably could still see a few gusts early, 20 to 30 miles per hour down to freezing, Saline and Abilene, 26 in Hayes. And then tomorrow it's mostly sunny, not as breezy as the winds turn southeast, 48. Hayes and Russell, Saline about 49 in Abilene. And looking ahead, again, Friday morning, that chance of a little snow. There might be some brief accumulation before it melts off, but then it does get cold, down to 20 overnight Friday night. Sunshine comes back. How about 60 on Monday and even mid-60s on Wednesday? And for western Kansas, mostly clear. The gusts will be easing by daybreak. 20 Goodland, Colby, 24 Garden, 26 Dodge, and 28 Liberal. And then tomorrow, 50 Goodland and Colby, 52 Dodge and Garden City. Those winds becoming southerly, and the afternoon will be breezy. Friday morning, it's a very slim chance of a little light mix across the southwest. 20 overnight Friday night, then a lot of sunshine up to 60 on Monday. And for northwest Kansas, it's really overnight tomorrow night that there's a chance of some brief light snow. By Friday, we're going to get back into the sunshine, but it will be colder. The high only in the 30s, dipping into the 16s for the night, and then it's back up. Highs 50 on Sunday and then mid-60s Tuesday and Wednesday. Let's give away an umbrella. To stay dry whenever get caught in one of those torrential downpours we have from time to time. If you want a shot at winning the yellow umbrella, get online to KAKE.com/contest. Deb?
All right. Congratulations, Dawn. With more dating online these days, it's important to protect yourselves from romance scams. Coming up, the warning while on the web.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
Kimmel's got late night.
Yeah, I love coming here.
On lock.
Get up, come on, let's dance. Watch me for an hour and the other 23 are yours.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
Wichita Furniture and Mattress has presidential savings. Get laid-back style with the Miles Leather reclining sofa. On sale for $5.99 or as low as $10 a month. Get it today at Wichita Furniture and Mattress, your #1 furniture and mattress store.
Welcome to Luber's Love Link, where we pair vehicle owners with the ride of their dreams. Billy, let's meet your match. First up is a Chevy Traverse Premier. This tech-savvy SUV is all bells and whistles in one refined package. It's beauty and brains. Speaking of brains, add in the brawn of this workhorse and you've got the Chevy Tahoe RST. Meow. This sporty day tripper likes to take it far out, but always knows the way back home. It's a Ford Bronco.
Ford? But they know I'm a Chevy guy.
We've got a match. Thanks for playing, Billy.
Find your perfect match. Luber's, the friendly way to buy.
Are you ready for a rockin' getaway and the chance to win some cash? It's closer than you think.
Rock this way to Rock and Brews Casino, just a short drive down I-35.
I couldn't believe all the great games. The rock and roll vibe was amazing. The restaurant was a blast, and the food was legit. You gotta come check this place out.
Eat, win, rock at Rock and Brews Casino in Bremen. Located just south of the Kansas-Oklahoma border on I-35 exit 231.
At the Mattress Hub, we believe that healthy sleep has the power to change the way you live. Find $100, $300, even $500 instant savings on Tempur-Pedic, plus no interest financing up to 60 months. Sleep well and save big. Only at the Mattress Hub.
Big truck accidents have resulted in big money for our clients.
In a wreck, need a check? Call us today.
Patterson Legal is the way to go. Call 550-0000.
Wichita Furniture and Mattress has presidential savings. Get the perfect combination of rustic and value with the Nathan Queen bed. On sale now for $199 or as low as $4 a month. Get it today at Wichita Furniture and Mattress, your #1 furniture and mattress store.
KAKE's Crime Stoppers report has helped police bring criminals to justice for decades. And you can help. Watch the latest reports on kake.com/Crime Stoppers.
KAKE's Crime Stoppers report, brought to you by Wichita Bonding Company.
Get the advantage. The Brian and Brian advantage.
Well, the weather in KAKE land is always changing, so it is fitting that we at KAKE do the same. And for the First Alert forecasters, massive investment inside and outside of our news studio have brought powerful possibilities for us to deliver the information you count on. KAKE's Shane Ewing explains.
The final touch on the crown jewel of KAKE.
Kind of with a new look to us as well.
Yeah, did you notice? Did you notice my new stuff over there?
It's nice to be able to look behind us too and see Wichita, the blue skies out there.
That's right. We finally got a window in this place.
Months of construction have led to this, a state-of-the-art studio built by the best minds in the business.
Let's talk about what you want to talk about, the weather.
James Cartner and his design team installed a high-tech weather space, allowing us to deliver a forecast like never before.
You can be over here and use all the monitors, a whole bank of computers that you're going to have here with all the work that you're doing, and then you can come over here to this giant workstation and present anything over here. You have so much technology here.
And with new tools comes a new look.
Here's your 7-day forecast. 52 going to be your high on Thursday.
Weather graphics will be sharper than ever. All this showing KAKE's commitment to the cutting edge. From our earliest days of mapping the weather,
Jim O'Donnell uses a special pen and draws the weather symbols on an electronic palette,
to being the first to use the technology of today.
Let's go over to Riverfront Stadium. We are downtown.
Even stretching the imagination by taking you outside.
The KAKE courtyard is open.
Using a new outdoor camera system and quality craftsmanship from local contractors to show you how the weather affects our own backyard.
This snow is so pack wide.
Yes. Oh, the snow has officially arrived in Wichita.
You guys have really invested in bringing home everything that you need to give all the tools to your community to be well informed and protected in your weather department for sure.
Well, the investment is in all of this, but it is also in you, because our eyes in the sky are only as valuable as your eyes being on the screen and on your device. So thank you for choosing us through the years and hopefully into the brighter future ahead.
We're excited to get using this. It's going to be great. Thanks, Jay. Celebrating love this Valentine's Day also means giving back to yourself. Up next, how to show self-love this time of year.
KQAM, a proud member of the KakeLand Radio Network.
75 years of Volkswagen love. Family owned in Wichita for 32 years. Cherish the memories and make more today with 0% APR at Eddie's Volkswagen.
Want to know what makes the all-new Ashley different? Step inside and find out. Hello, Glow Up. Love that. Love that. Need that. Ooh, didn't expect this. That's perfect. And look, hassle-free delivery. That makes it so easy to get this from here to here.
The all-new Ashley, inspiring the love of home.
This tax season, it's back! The Double Your Down sales event! And it's bigger than ever!
$250, double it. $500, double it. $750, double it. $1,000, we'll double it to $2,000. Let that extra cash work for you and double your down payment. The more you put down, the more you save. So come in today and double your down payment at any of our 3 Wichita locations or schedule your appointment online 24/7 at supercarguys.com, where
buying a car doesn't have to suck.
When it comes to insurance, it's important to have a plan that fits you.
We ready?
A plan that's too small can leave you without adequate protection.
Huh?
And with a plan that's too big,
no,
you may pay for insurance you don't need. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help you design a plan that meets your needs, so it's just right for you.
Ready?
Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter agents Tommy Leach or Riley Allred in Wichita for a free insurance review.
Sinking driveway? Call Thresher Foundation Repair. Settling patio? Call Thresher Foundation Repair. Uneven pool deck? Call Thresher Foundation Repair. Collapsing stoop? Call Thresher Foundation Repair. Cracking sidewalk? That's right. Call Thresher Foundation Repair. It's a fact. Concrete problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call Thresher Foundation Repair. Call Thresher Foundation Repair today.
It's an American love story. Eddie's got a brand new bag. Come see the newest models, featuring the latest options with interest rates as low as 0% APR. The love continues at the corner of Kellogg and Greenwich.
This weekend only, 20% off chemical sale at Ultramodern Pool and Patio.
It is a holiday devoted to love, but this Valentine's Day, how about caring for yourself as well?
Mandy Gaither explains why self-love is good for your health and how to practice all year long.
From candy to stuffed animals and cards, love is in the air, so why not embrace it yourself?
Self-love is about treating yourself with kindness and care.
Licensed therapist Jody Baumstein says it's not selfish to practice self-love. Those who do it often can improve their well-being and relationships with others.
Because when we're caring for ourselves in that way, we can show up differently. We can show up fully and authentically with other people.
Baumstein says to first identify what's stopping you from being kind to yourself.
We start to people please, prioritize everybody else over ourselves. We don't have very good boundaries because of it. We feel really disconnected from what we need.
To break through those self-love barriers, Baumstein says to recognize you're worthy of love and care.
We can embrace who we are today, not when I lose 5 pounds or when I get the promotion, but I am worthy and deserving of love as I am in this moment.
Ways to care for yourself will be different for everyone, but Baumstein says to start with healthy habits, set boundaries for things that don't allow you to prioritize good nutrition, quality sleep, and exercise. Self-love may mean connecting with others socially or simply taking time for yourself, doing things that make you feel good.
We just have to get out of our own way sometimes and realize that showing up for ourselves doesn't have to be complicated.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
A new study finds that smoking's effects on the immune system can last years. Smoking rates have been declining actually since the 1960s, but it is still the leading cause of preventable death in the U.S., killing more than 480,000 people each year. The study was published Wednesday in the journal Nature. It found smoking decreases the body's ability to fight off infection immediately and over time. When smokers in the study quit, their immune response got better at one level, but didn't completely recover for years.
New York City is taking the world's top social media companies to court in a lawsuit filed against TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and YouTube. The city of New York says these companies impose a, quote, large burden on mental health services to youth. New York City officials are seeking financial damages to fund mental health treatment. Snap and Facebook's parent company, Meta, have issued statements saying they have features that do offer support to users.
Love, of course, is in the air this Valentine's Day, but with more couples meeting on dating apps, it's important to protect yourself from online scammers. Jen Sullivan has this Cake on Your Side scam alert.
More couples are finding their partners online. According to Pew Research Center's most recent data, nearly half of Americans who were single and looking to date turned to online dating. But not everyone finds true love on the internet. For some, what they find is far from a fairy tale. We're talking about romance scams, where criminals adopt a fake identity to gain a victim's trust and later exploit them for money.
Romance scams have become an industrial scale operation.
Dr. Vahid Bezadon says these types of scams are becoming increasingly more sophisticated as technology advances, especially with the use of AI.
The fake persona can have a real-time video call with the victim.
The FTC says nearly 70,000 people reported a romance scam in 2022. These scams don't just break your heart, they can also break your bank account. The financial losses from those scams in 2022 hitting a staggering $1.3 billion.
Losing that sense of yourself is something that I find, personally just emotionally devastating.
Amy Nossinger with AARP says older Americans are easy targets for these scammers.
We know that the criminals go where the money is, and older adults do hold the majority of wealth in the United States.
Scammers often use common phrases like, "Someone close to me is sick. I can teach you how to invest. I need help with an important delivery," to scam you out of money. The FBI recommends researching the person's photo and profile. Beware if the person wants to quickly communicate directly instead of online, or if they have excuses to not meet in person, and never send money to anyone you haven't met in person. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Taking a live look downtown on this mild evening, but big changes are on the way. Jay Prater has a final look at our forecast when we come back.
TV's out! Internet too!
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
Race to savings at Menards. Blue DEP diesel exhaust fluid is engineered to help all SCR system diesel vehicles reduce emissions and improve fuel economy. Save $4 on a 2.5-gallon jog after rebate. FVP Stay Tuned multi-system additive stabilizes fuel and cleans carburetors and fuel injectors, which improves fuel economy and engine performance. A 16-ounce can is now free after mail-in rebate.
Race to savings now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The President's Day event at Metro means huge savings for you. Like this Frigidaire French door refrigerator, originally priced at $32.99, is sale priced at $18.99 during our event. That's $1,400 in savings on Frigidaire's most popular French door, with 28 cubic feet of capacity, a temperature drawer with 3 different temperature settings, and 2 ice makers. Our huge selection, 12-month no-interest financing, and free local delivery is all at Metro Appliances and More. The right price on the right product right now.
The Carden International Circus celebrates over 60 years with the all-new Spectacular Circus. Come see the daredevils, acrobats, aerialists, and so much more. Join us 1 hour before showtime for amazing pre-show activities. Enjoy 3 rings of fun with your family at the all-new Spectacular Circus. Get your tickets today.
Join in the fun of the Spectacular Circus at Hartman Arena, February 16th through the 18th. Get your tickets today.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get 2.9% APR for 72 months on select Sierra 1500 models. Or get $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Car wrecks don't just happen from 9 to 5. If you're in a wreck, we're available 24/7.
Don't wait until tomorrow to get the help you need now. In a wreck, need a check?
Patterson Legal is the way to go. Call 550-0000.
KAKE Plus, available now on your streaming device.
Someone in the city of brotherly love has a stone-cold crush on Philadelphia Eagle Jason Kelce. In fact, I'll bet a few ladies do. During the early hours of Valentine's Day, a message was left for the team's center on the city's Rocky Balboa statue. It said, "Dear Jason Kelce, hold me like a baby. Love, love LK." The Rocky sculpture was also decorated in a Cupid-like diaper with hearts placed over the eyes. No word on who is responsible for the message, but the future NFL Hall of Famer has been married since 2018.
You're out of luck, JK. Not happening. That's funny, though.
Okay.
All right, Jay.
Maybe it was himself, Jason Kelsey.
It could have been.
Oh, no, wait. It was addressed. Okay, they were saying to JK.
Right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay. Tomorrow is not going to be as mild as it was today. Near freezing start at 8 o'clock and will top out into the lower 50s.
All right, that's going to do it for KAKE News at 10. Join us for Good Morning Kansas at 4:30.
Kimmel's coming up next on KAKE. Be good. Be safe.
First one, I'm set.
Previously on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
And I got your back. Cheers.